Okay, I just wanted to let you guys know that on Thingiverse, I stuck the file to make a more accurate bat scope for the dash, because the one that you download, the Batmobile that I used to make my Batmobile, the scope's not very accurate, so I made a new one. And it's here on Thingiverse. And there's the title, 1/6 scale dash, bat scope, and it says B9 robot. It was me that created that. And there's some other images of it. I'll bring this down. If you had a resin printer, it'd print a lot better for this piece. It is in 1/6 scale, so if you can have somebody print it for you, it'll print, look real good. Okay, here's the other design. It's also on Thingiverse. 1/6 scale 1966 Batmobile seat insert. And it's the STL file. You can print to cut out those seats on the insert and replace it with this. Like I said, heat it with a heat gun, shape it to the seat, let it cool, and then cut it the other, trace it, and then cut it out. And you can put the seat if you want a more accurate seat. You can find it on Thingiverse. Okay, that's it. Decided to remove the insert out of these seats because they don't look like the original Batmobile designed by George Barris, so that's what I'm going for. So I got in Tinkercad and made my own pattern up. Here's some of the results. Okay, I got some more work done tonight. I grafted in. I 3D printed like this. An insert, then I heated it and bent it to the correct shape to make it closer to the original Batmobile. Looks kind of hideous right now as I got putty all up in here. And once I block this down, it'll look nice, just like the rest of the stuff. Anyhow, it's getting closer on the seats. That's what I did today. I think it came out pretty good. Well, only the original, I traced them out at first, and then I cut the insert out of the seat that's originally printed in it. And then I adjusted it and pushed it up in there. Super glued it, and you can take it and heat around here with a heat gun around the sides and adjust it till you get it to where you want it. But I'll show more on that later. Okay, here's a video of the interior after I cut the inserts out of the 3D printed one because it was just like pads and it wasn't correct to the 60s George Barris Batmobile. So I took and created a 3D print of this. I took measurements and stuff and created it in Tinkercad, and then I printed it flat, and then I took and heated it with a heat gun, set it into the original seat and shaped it, and then I cut the insert out and then added the piece in, and then I heated the seat a little bit and kind of in areas, shoved it down to where I had it level, then super glued it. I mixed up a little bit. If you mix baking soda, super glue works pretty good. I did that here and there, then I went and wood puttied in the photos video I showed you a little bit earlier. Anyhow, now this is what it looks like now. So the seat's been corrected. I got little imperfections I gotta get, but I'm gonna primer filler. I just was out of primer filler right now, so I went ahead and shot it black, but I got a couple little spots up in here, a little bit of sand in here and there, but it's gonna look pretty cool. It's gonna look pretty good. I'm happy with it. Okay, here's the bucket seats I redid. And what I end up doing, I'll show a video of it. I got on Tinkercad and I figured out the dimensions of these, and then I printed them and flat, and I cut a curve on the ends of them in Tinkercad. So I made a file. Somebody wants to build this car and wants this file, let me know. And I cut the other seat out because they was just pads and they were incorrect for the 60s car. I made it look more modern, like a 90s car or something. It didn't look 60s, so they had to go. So I cut them out and I grafted this in and took my AV's plumber's putty, epoxy putty, and I sculpted this in, smoothed it up. I got just a little bit here and there to do. Imperfections I got to take care of here and there. But overall, it looks pretty cool. It looks more like the original seat. I got a little bit here I got to work on right in there. But that's to be expected when you're custom making something. But now I got the buckets looking really good, I think. I'm going to add a piece here. So when I bare metal and look like chrome, I'm going to bare metal all this. It'll look good. So I got this part done. And here's sort of what I designed. I ended up making this bigger. But it was flat after I got it designed in Tinkercad, which is free. And then I heated up a heat gun, got it hot, and it's really pliable. It's, you know, PLA. Laid it on the seat, then bent around to fit the seat. And then I cut the insert out of the original seat, sunk this in. It's hollow kind of underneath here, so you clean it with a drilling tool. And then I laid these in. Oh yeah, too, when I first did it, my pattern, I laid it on top of the seat, traced around it where it needed to be cut out of the seat. And I'll show you that there too. But I think it overall looks a lot better. I think it will look fantastic. And like I said, I'm going to add, you know, like a styrene piece, you know, right around the seat there. It'll come around the shape of the seat here, you know. And then I'll bare metal that and buff it out with chrome. So it should look really good. That's the other thing I got going on this week I did. Okay, here's the second thing I'm doing this week. This panel was missing on the 3D print. So I went down, I got a hold of my friend first, Tim, and he was looking at his Jazzy and giving me measurements kind of like on the panel there. And it's 3/16, 4.8 millimeter strips I went and got. And I guess it's item number 128 from Evergreen Scale Models. It's probably about $4.99. And here's a little more information I got at Phil's Hobby Shop, locally here in Fort Wayne, but you can get it other places and order it. And these are the strips I'm using right here. And all I did is I laid them out, and now I'm super gluing them in. And it's going to look really good. It's going to look more like the deck in the back. And I'll show you, kind of pop the window in a little bit. Let me pause this for a minute. Okay, now you can see what it's going to look like. So I, you know, took a pin, traced my window frame all out and all that, so I can lay this all in there. It's going to look pretty good. That'll look good in the back of the overall of the Batmobile. So that's what I'm working on next. It's takes a little time. These here, you know, I ran 3, it went all the way across. These 3 here went all the way across, and now as this comes down, it's meeting right here. So the next ones I got it. The first one I just, well, this one here, the 4th one I cut, ends right there. And I'm gonna do the same thing all the way out to the back of this in about a 16th gap. So doing it all the way down here, and same thing on the other side. And then that'll be done. Okay, I got some tape I just lay on here. Keep a roll of tape on hand. And what I do is I got it already set up here to trace it out. I got my 16th inch gap right there. Then I'll just take and mark it right here for my next cut. And then I have a cut right here. And that'll be my cut for that. And just keep repeating the process. And this gap's for the frame of the window itself. Yeah, you can see the panel adds to it. It's gonna look a lot better. Oh yeah. Well, that's what I got done this week. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. Always doing monster stuff, car stuff, or guitar stuff. Thanks, and have fun today, and please check out my videos. Bye.